Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, I'm Taylor and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be doing a sunset eyeshadow look perfect for summertime. If you guys are interested, just keep watching. But before we start the video, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe because I would love to have you. Also, make sure you have your post notifications turned on. And let's start this sunset eyeshadow tutorial. So the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today is this Glitter Realm Summerita palette. It is a very beautiful palette. It has all different colors. It's like a rainbow eyeshadow palette. And if you don't know the brand Glitter Realm, it is an amazing brand. They have lots of great things. And this eyeshadow palette is actually one of my favorites. There's so many different looks you could create using this. And I love colorful eyeshadow. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is priming my eyes, and I am going to be using concealer to do that. And the reason I use concealer is I just like it better. So I'm just going to be using my beauty blender and buffing that out, and I am going to be leaving the concealer wet because I feel like the eyeshadow just does better overall. The eyeshadow is more pigmented, it blends out better, and it just looks better in my opinion. So that is why I like to use concealer. The first shade I'm going to be using for this look is the matte purple shade in the palette, and I'm going to be using a packing brush, and I'm just going to be packing that all over my eyelid. So I'm going to be covering my whole eyelid with this purple shadow, and then I will also kind of blend it into the crease of my eye. Mostly I'm just keeping this shadow all over my eyelid. And I am trying to keep it more away from the inner corner of my eye because I don't want the inner corner to have too much shadow, and I just don't think it would look right if it had too much shadow in the inner corner. It probably wouldn't blend out right if there was too much shadow. So I'm mainly keeping this all on the lid of my eye and then blending it a little bit into the crease. Next, I am going to be going into that red shade and that hot pink shade, and I'm going to be mixing those two shades together. And I also will be using a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to start blending that into that purple shadow. I'm going to be blending that all along that purple eyeshadow in back and forth in circular motions. And I'm just going to be really focusing on blending those shadows together, so there's no harsh line where the purple and that red and pink mixed color is, so they can just flow together and not have any defined line. And while I was blending, some of that purple shadow kind of did just disappear. So I will probably have to go back in and apply some more purple just to deepen that purple up so it's not too light. The next shadow I will be using is this orange shadow, and I will be using a fluffy blending brush for that shadow as well. And I'm just going to be starting with blending that into that red and pink shade. I'm going to be doing the same steps I did when I blended the purple and that red and pink shade together. Now I'm just going to be doing it with that red and pink shade and this orange shade. So I'm going to be going all along where that that reddish pink shade is and blending that orange shade in back and forth and circular motions. I'm just going to be running it all along the edge of that shadow and just really focusing on blending those two shades together so there's no defined line and everything can just flow together. And I will be doing the same steps to the other eye. Again, I will be going in back and forth circular motions and blending that shade in all along where I applied that reddish pink shadow. The last eyeshadow color I will be using is this yellow shade, and I'm going to be blending that in all along where I just blended in that orange. I'm just going to be adding a little hint of yellow in there, mostly on the outer corner and the inner corner. This is where I'm focusing it. I'm not really focusing it in the middle because it would run into my eyebrow. So mostly on the outer corner and inner corner is where I'm going to be blending in that yellow. And again, I'm just blending it so there's no harsh lines. Now I am going to be taking a fluffy blending brush with no product on it, and I'm just going to be blending everything together even more. I'm just going to be blending out that yellow out even more so it doesn't look like a circle around my eye where the eyeshadow is. I just want everything to be blended and go seamlessly. And now I'm going to be going back in with that purple shadow with that same packing brush. And like I said before earlier in the video, when I was blending the other shadows together, it did kind of take away from that purple shadow, so it's not as pigmented, and it honestly doesn't even look purple anymore. So I'm going to be taking that purple and just going back in and kind of deepening up where I originally applied the purple to make that a little bit darker. Now I am going to be switching palettes, and I'm going to be using this Cab Cosmetics. Not sure if I said that right, but I did receive this in a BoxyCharm. But I'm going to be switching and using this palette for one shadow. So I'm going to be taking a packing brush, and I'm going to be going in with that really pretty pink purple shadow called Twinkle Twinkle. And I am just going to be applying that all on the lid of my eye, kind of where the purple shadow originally was. Now I am going to be going back in with that purple, but this time I'm going to be using a defining brush, and I'm going to be starting my lower lash line. So I'm going to be taking that purple shadow and running it as close to my waterline as possible. This is going to be the darkest shadow I'm applying under my eye, so I want to keep it as close to my lash line as possible. There should. Again with the red and pink shadows mixed together. So I'm going to be blending out that purple shadow with these this red and pink mixed together, just exactly how I did the top of my eye. I'm going to be doing to the bottom of my eye. I am blending it in with that purple, and again, like I said, I want to keep it as close to my waterline as possible because I really don't like having too much eyeshadow under my eye. I think it makes you look like a raccoon if you have way too much. So I like to just keep it as close to my lower lash line as possible. And now I'm just going to go in with that orange shadow with the blending brush, and I'm going to be taking that and blending out my lower lash line more. So I'm basically just going to be applying that orange shadow on top of what I already applied, and just keep it all close to my lower lash line as possible. And now here is the final look. I went off camera and added some mascara and lashes. You definitely could add some eyeliner. That would be really pretty with this look. But here's the final look. I'm definitely loving this, and it definitely gives me summer vibes. I think this look would be perfect for summertime. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next makeup video.